A few years ago, I used to look at my demo disc collection and reminisce about the games I enjoyed playing as a child. Demo discs are a relic of the past, but even today, I still enjoy them. However, I did not play every demo disc under the sun, and I wondered how the gaming landscape was changing as more discs got released. In 2022, I bought this demo disc, the official PlayStation Magazine UK European Demo Disc 38. It came out in mid-1998, and seeing how I have no demo disc from that year, I was curious to see how it was presented back then, along with all the included content held on the disc. Let's explore this PAL demo disc together and see what it contains. Before we check out the included software, here's what the main hub looks and sounds like. An alien who is watching over us with the X, square, circle and triangle logos appearing is pretty cool too. I also love how the menu switch with no sound effect and an effortless transition to the features of this disc. Now, let's see what games this demo disc has to offer. Abe's Exodus. I actually owned this game a few years back and I now play it on my X-Station modded PlayStation. This game is a 2D puzzle game and wow, it is tough. Trying to save your fellow kind while trying not to die yourself and solving puzzles will be a big challenge for most players. The game does a good job explaining the controls and what you need to do in order to pass a section. Overall, it looks great, plays nicely, and has a tenseness which keeps you guessing your next move. Haunted Maze. This Net Eurose made game is strange to say the least. You're trapped in a maze and you need to collect all of the green icons before attempting to find the exit. There's zombies trying to touch you and if they succeed, you lose a life. Lose them all, it's game over. This uses the interlaced high-res mode, which is always great to see, but this is no looker. The sound effect that plays when you lose a life along with the ouch displayed on screen did make me laugh. Not a great game in my personal opinion, but certainly funny. The Unholy War. This 3D arena game by Crystal Dynamics should have been fun, but for me, it just wasn't. The controls were unresponsive, the graphics are so-so, and the sound is just there. I can barely remember any of it, even as I watched the footage back. It was easy to die, and I wasn't happy with the camera with it going all over the place. The game ends quite abruptly too, almost as if the developer didn't want people playing for too long. Unless the full version was a substantial improvement, I'm not playing this game again anytime soon. No one can stop Mr. Domino. I'm lost for words with this one. No, seriously, I am. I know this is a puzzle game of some kind, but I do not know how the game works. I dropped dominoes, I know the game has a health system, and I need to avoid obstacles to get as many points as possible. After that, I have no idea what's going on. The soundtrack is nice, along with the graphics, but I need to learn the game better. If I understand the mechanics one day, maybe this might be a hidden gem that you should try for yourself. Or you should just try it anyway and see if you like it, because this game confused me. Maybe in the comments you guys can tell me exactly how to play. MediEvil. I owned the second game, so being able to experience the original for the first time was awesome. It's a 3D action game where your character is brought back from the dead and now it's time to get into unfinished business, or perhaps get revenge. I definitely feel this product was of its time. The controls are great and attacking enemies feels good. The camera, however, really gets in the way and the limited ability to move it doesn't help. Overall, this is a great looking game that still has life if you are able to put up with some issues here and there. I still recommend playing this title. Fluid. This has to be one of the most bizarre games I've ever tried. This music game has you controlling a dolphin through FMV rendered video levels, and you can add beats or samples by hitting buttons on the controller. This game gave me strange sensations as I played it, and I did play for a lot longer than expected just because I wanted to see what would happen next. I mean, it did help that the soundtrack was worth listening to as I played. Oh, and I was messing around as you'd expect. I'm not sure what more I can say other than try it if you think it might appeal to you. Also, the American market never received this game. Iss Pro 98. Known as Winning 11 in Japan, this version of Iss Pro reminded me why I used to love the game so much. It's fun to play, even today, and I really got into it. I still couldn't believe how easy it was to pick up and play despite the age of the game. I didn't score, but I had a great time. The only flaws were the poor commentary, and the kicking sound effect is just ridiculous. I could probably make the sound effects this game utilizes for kicking. Despite that, I recommend this game all day long if you are looking for an older football game to play.
The passes are spread around well. A dangerous looking tackle. He tries the shot. Goal kick.
B-Movie. I've never heard of this game before. It's a 3D shooting game where you control an air-powered vehicle and you partake in missions defending the Earth from aliens who are trying to take over the world or something like that. I do love the high frame rate this game outputs, and the destructible environment was fun to see in action. I had more fun goofing around than actually trying to succeed in completing the missions, although I did in the end. The game was okay. I had some fun and the music was interesting, if nothing else. Do I suggest playing it? That'll be up to you. Blast Radius. I remember it so well, and I haven't played it in 17 years. Yes, that's a long time. I must say, the game is a lot harder than I recall. It's a 3D space shooting game where you need to complete objectives and not die in the process. If you've played Unholy Wars, this is very similar to those lines of games. I do enjoy the soundtrack, and this game plays well enough, although trying to keep the fuel gauge happy is not fun, and I was frustrated when I was unable to find any. I do recommend trying this game. It is pretty good. That was Euro Demo Disc 38 for you, and wow, it was a lot of fun to try out for the first time. I really had fun seeing if the games were any good, along with some of the bonus videos included to help sell more PlayStations and promote it as a platform to make and sell games. These discs lock you into the time they were made, and seeing what 1998 looked like was a trip down memory lane. You folks tell me, did you play this demo disc all those years ago? Tell me in the comments, and I will see you soon.